Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today. Keshawn is with us in Atlanta. Hi, Keshawn. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, just yesterday, my father asked me to help him buy a house. Mind you, my father's 61. I live with him. And I
How
feel
old
like
are you?
I am 22.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why are you living with your dad?
Well, right now at this moment, during COVID, I found a mentor who taught me a skill, digital marketing online, and I managed to turn it to a career. I make $86,000, and I sat down with my parents when I first got my first job and told them my ambitions and what I wanted to do. And they were fine with me just staying home as long as I paid the light bill. And when they said yes, I was like...
It's 3 years ago. What do you make?
I make $86,000.
Why are you living at home? You make $86,000.
I plan on moving out this year.
Good.
Like
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make $86,000.
I know.
Go have a life.
So what's this got to do with
now
your
you
dad?
live on your own and you're 22 and you have a career making $86,000 because we just moved you out. Now, we've got that settled. Now your dad wants your help buying a house, but you don't live there. So why does he want your help buying a house? Because he can't buy it on his own?
No, my dad, all his life, they've been living check to check. Just to give you more context, his rent is like $600, but he pays $1,000 in car payment.
He pays $1,000 in car payments?
Yes, between two cars.
That's why he's living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, keep going.
And so with all that and the things that he's told me in passing, I feel like what he wants to do would actually hurt him.
Yeah.
More so.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's just, I don't know how to, from the financial things and things that I've learned consuming, your content and other content, it's just, I feel like homeownership is like not like a real thing currently for him. And
Correct.
I don't know how to frame.
Well, if he's asking you...
He's not asking you for financial advice. He's asking you to sign on the line to help him get a deal. Now, let's change this. Okay, let's talk about this for a second because there's two different emotional situations with your dad. Emotional situation number one is you live there. Emotional situation number two is you don't live there, which is what I'm recommending.
Yeah, because once you move out, the obligation that you feel...
You don't have any obligation.
It goes away.
Then you're sitting down with your dad and going, Dad, I love you, but I can't participate in you buying a home because I love you. I think you're going to bring harm to yourself until you get your financials cleaned up. And I can show you some of the stuff I'm learning if you want me to. If you don't want me to, and it'll help you get your house. But if you don't want me to, I understand. But I can't participate in you buying a house because I think it's going to bring you harm, and I love you, and I don't want to bring you harm.
Okay.
That's a lot harder to say when you live there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, is he going to be pissed when you tell him that you don't want to sign for the loan?
Definitely.
I personally don't think he's very prideful. I don't think he's going to be pissed at all.
Okay.
But from what he's told me that he has saved, from all the years that he's worked, I know for a fact he doesn't have the cash for a down payment.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid that he's going to make a stupid decision and pull from his retirement.
Yeah. And he might.
And he's got a car payment that he needs to be getting. He needs to get rid of that. He needs to build an emergency fund. He needs to save a down payment. Whether you're 26 or whether you're 66, those same things apply. And that's what I would tell him. And I'm almost his age. I'm actually older than him. So, I would say, young man.
Well, the thing you have to accept is even if you frame it the way Dave so eloquently put it, even if you come to him, you say all those things, he still might go and do something stupid.
You can't.
And it's likely with the way he's been living his life and his age, it's likely that he will continue on that same path. And if he doesn't, you've just got to...
And hear this, it's not your fault.
No.
His behavior is not because of you. Okay?
Okay.
You helping him do something stupid or him doing something stupid on his own is, he does something stupid on his own is not your fault. You helping him do something stupid that's bad for him is your fault. And you've identified that. You know what that is, but it's very difficult for you to tell your dad, who is 40 years older than you, no.
Mm-hmm.
It's emotionally hard to do that. It's doubly hard to do that when you live there.
Right. Dude, when you move out and your proximity to all this changes, you'll be shocked at how little you think about this.
Well,
but right now, it's
and
right
how
under your
he-
nose.
You know, how it changes the level of obligation.
Yeah.
You have an obligation, an emotional obligation, toxic though it be, to help your dad. Okay? You have a double obligation to help your dad if you live in his house.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Both of those obligations do not bind you to doing something that harms him.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all three in agreement that this is harmful to him.
Yeah.
Buying a house when you're broke, Keshawn, is not good for you. It causes you to get broker. That's why we call them brokers.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, man. I mean, you've heard me say that 1,000 times. And so I want your dad to get a house, but I don't want his house to get him. And I sure as crud don't want it to get him and his newly successful young son. I'm so proud of where you are, and I don't want you to get chopped down as you're in a growth spurt.
Yeah.
This is going to chop you down, young man. Don't let it do that. And your dad doesn't mean to do that, but he doesn't know any different, and he's just flailing around, and he thinks buying a house is going to make everything better, and it's not. It's going to make everything worse for him, and if you get involved, it's going to make everything worse for you, and you're on a roll. You need to rock and roll and go get you a place like this week. This week, man. Go get you an apartment this week and set you up a life and get yourself strong. And then if you've got a big old huge pile of money and you got $1 million and your dad is 82 and he never changed his ways and he's still broke and he can't buy groceries, you can afford to buy him groceries.
Dave, I feel like there's been a theme all 3 hours of parents just messing up. It's parents stealing money from their kids. It's parents taking out credit in their kids' names. It's parents wanting them to co-sign, whether I co-sign on that loan with you or the kids co-signing on the loan with them. It's just parents.
Misbehaving parents.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to label this particular episode for YouTube, it's called Misbehaving Parents.
Yes.
What happens when parents misbehave?
Man.
Well, let me tell you, you screw your kids.
You do.
That's what happens when parents misbehave.
And they have
And
to go
your
back.
job in life should be to do the opposite of screw your own kids.
It's sad, the energy that they have to put in to unravel all of this, whether it's having to call credit card agencies or, call the bank or call the police and say, no, it wasn't me that spent the money. It was my dad, or no, it was my mom. It's unfair.
A criminal stole, because stealing someone's identity is
Fraud.
It's a federal fraud if you do it with credit cards. It's fraud.
And if it was anyone else.
Criminal fraud. It's a crook. If someone does it in Russia and they steal your identity, we go, oh, the Russian mafia is a bunch of crooks. Mm-hmm. If your own dad does it, you go, well, I'm paying it back because my daddy stole my identity.
Family.
No, your dad is a freaking criminal. He's a crook. You need to file a police report on him.
Isn't that crazy how we'll let our own family treat us?
And you wouldn't I dare ever let somebody on the street treat you that way.
Okay. I know that's
Man.
right. If it was anyone else.
Misbehaving parents.
Misbehaving parents.
Misbehaving parents.